Welcome to our detailed journey through the malaria life cycle. Let's explore how this parasite, Plasmodium, embarks on a remarkable and intricate journey, moving from mosquitoes to humans and back again. Join me as we delve into the fascinating and complex world of this tiny organism whose impact on the human race is tragically immense. Malaria, a disease that affects millions worldwide, is caused by this single-celled parasite, and understanding its life cycle is crucial in our fight against it. Over the course of this film, we'll follow the parasite's path, witnessing its transformations and the devastating effects it has on the human body. We'll observe its remarkable adaptation and cunning strategies for survival, gaining a deeper understanding of this deadly foe. Our story begins with a seemingly innocuous event, a mosquito bite. But this is no ordinary mosquito. This one carries within it microscopic passengers, Plasmodium parasites lurking in its salivary glands, ready to embark on their journey. As the mosquito pierces the skin, seeking its blood meal, it unknowingly injects these tiny sporozoites into the bloodstream of its human host. The journey of the malaria parasite has begun. Carried by the swift currents of the bloodstream, the sporozoites waste no time. Their target? The human liver, a vital organ, a fortress they must infiltrate to continue their life cycle. They navigate through the circulatory system, evading the body's defenses, and finally arrive at their destination, slipping unnoticed into the liver cells, ready to begin their transformation. Safe within the liver cells, hidden from the body's immune system, the sporozoites begin to multiply. They transform into a new form called schizonts, thousands of times larger than their previous form. The liver cell, once a bustling factory of life, becomes a breeding ground for the parasite, its resources consumed, its function disrupted. The liver cell, overwhelmed by the sheer number of schizonts, swells and bursts, unable to contain the invaders any longer. This marks the end of the liver stage, but the parasite's journey is far from over. Released from their hepatic haven, a new form of the parasite emerges, merozoites. These tiny, single-celled invaders flood the bloodstream, ready to launch the next stage of their invasion. The merozoites, carried by the circulatory system, now turn their attention to new targets, red blood cells. These cells, responsible for carrying oxygen throughout the body, become the next victims in this parasitic takeover. The merozoites latch onto the surface of the red blood cells, their tiny forms dwarfed by the cells they are about to invade. Using a combination of proteins and enzymes, they force their way through the cell membrane, disappearing inside. Inside the red blood cell, the merozoite transforms once again. It takes on a ring-like appearance, earning it the name ring stage. This is the immature trophozoite, a feeding stage where the parasite focuses on growth and development. It feeds on the hemoglobin within the red blood cell, the very molecule that gives blood its color and is essential for oxygen transport. Slowly, insidiously, the parasite grows, consuming more and more of the cell's resources. The trophozoite, fueled by the hemoglobin, continues to grow, casting a dark shadow within the red blood cell. Its once delicate ring-like form is now a larger, more defined amoeboid structure. As it matures, the parasite prepares for its next act: multiplication. The single-celled invader will replicate within its host cell, creating even more parasites, further amplifying the infection. Inside the red blood cell, the mature trophozoite undergoes another transformation. It divides repeatedly, forming a new generation of schizonts. These schizonts, much like their counterparts in the liver stage, are packed with merozoites ready to spread the infection. The red blood cell, now a mere shell of its former self, is stretched to its limit, its cytoplasm teeming with parasites. The stage is set for another wave of invasion. The infected red blood cells, their life cycle disrupted, become inflexible and sticky. They adhere to the walls of blood vessels, clogging the capillaries and restricting blood flow. Finally, unable to contain the burgeoning parasites any longer, the red blood cells burst, releasing a flood of new merozoites into the bloodstream. This cycle of infection, replication, and rupture triggers the debilitating symptoms of malaria: fever, chills, sweats, and muscle pain. While most merozoites continue their assault on red blood cells, some take a different path. These parasites develop into gametocytes, the sexual forms of Plasmodium. Male and female gametocytes circulate in the bloodstream, waiting for an opportunity to continue their life cycle. Their journey, however, can only continue outside the human host, within the gut of another mosquito. As another Anopheles mosquito takes a blood meal from an infected human, it unknowingly ingests the gametocytes along with its blood meal. The gametocytes, resistant to the mosquito's digestive enzymes, are now ready to complete their extraordinary life cycle. Within the mosquito's gut, a new chapter begins. The final stage, from mosquito to man. Inside the mosquito's gut, the male and female gametocytes fuse, forming a zygote. This zygote undergoes further development, transforming into an eukinet, a mobile banana-shaped form that can penetrate the mosquito's stomach wall. The eukinet migrates through the mosquito's gut lining and forms an oocyst, a spherical structure that produces thousands of sporozoites. When the oocyst ruptures, these sporozoites make their way to the mosquito's salivary glands, ready to be transmitted to a new human host.